Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to historic snowstorm hits New Orleans, French Quarter covered in snow. But this obviously isn't just New Orleans. From what I've seen, there's a brutal winter storm going through the US at the moment, and I think I saw something about Florida getting hit by snow and all that kind of stuff, which is, I don't know how common that would be, but I don't think that happens very often. So yeah, obviously the US is getting bombarded. This is obviously in the south. I assume a lot of the regions in like the Midwest and I guess the northern regions as well are probably gonna have more snow than this. Possibly, I'd say like 80% chance that's most likely. But at the same time, this is also New Orleans getting snow, which I don't feel like this happens too often. Especially lots of snow like this. Like obviously, there's just a massive snowstorm within or throughout the US. But yeah, we're gonna get into this and see what's going on because I haven't really kept up with like the US weather the last few days because I've been so busy with college and all that sort of stuff. But obviously, you got the wildfires in California. I know a few weeks ago I did react to blizzards in the US, and I guess they're just continuing, or now they're hitting different regions. And yeah, we're going to see what this video shows me.
Startling sight outside of the Superdome where the Super Bowl is going to be played in just a couple of weeks. You can see the palm trees and blowing snow.
Oh, shit. Stormy conditions as well. I guess it's a blizzard, isn't it?
I've honestly covered tropical storms, hurricanes here in New Orleans with less dramatic impacts along the lakefront of Lake Pontchartrain.
God damn.
This is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing for them?
I know. I've never seen like a city die so quick. Maybe Katrina, obviously, but not because of snow.
Jesus.
If I wasn't looking at it, I wouldn't believe it. I am on Bourbon Street, and you can barely see a block in either direction.
I like it a lot. Like a lot.
Must be
And I
loving it,
told
man.
him, I said, when I'm dead, you will think about this. And he said, I will tell this story at your
Bro, don't tell your kid when I'm dead. What the fuck?
party.
Jesus Christ. This is a beautiful where the hell is this? This is New Orleans. This looks cool as hell. I didn't like know you were gonna have historical. Okay, actually I did really historical buildings. I feel like New Orleans is probably one of those cities that has a lot of historical buildings. For some reason, this looks like Disneyland to me. It's probably just because of this like cathedral or whatever here. New Orleans actually suits snow.
January, and it seems like what happened here in New Orleans on New Year's Eve has been almost forgotten because there's so many other things that have happened already. But it's really nice to see the memorial still sitting here at the end of Bourbon Street.
Oh, this is the terrorist attack.
A sad piece of New Orleans history being covered now by
seeing this. Horrifying.
another piece of New Orleans history, the snowstorm.
Snow falls like a fresh start, covering the scars in a clean white silence. A reminder that even in the face of death, there's beauty in renewal. Anyone can say they've thrown beads on Bourbon Street, but not snowballs.
Oh, I love the snow because it's like it cleans the whole city.
It does, like, and especially it's good when it's no ice.
Makes everything pure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm black, so I can't really say that. But yeah, I mean.
No,
Wait,
it
what?
doesn't matter what you look like, but where you come from, that's everything. A snowstorm that
Oh,
we've
that guy,
whispered
man.
about in New
Jeez.
Orleans for generations is just another Tuesday in Ontario, Canada.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but it's kind of funny. I understand that you don't have ice stuff and you don't have salters or sanders on the road, but I'm laughing. I grew up in northern Ontario, so I'd be walking to school with snow up to my knees and your parents wouldn't drive you, and the buses still went.
But not New Orleans. Planes grounded, every flight in and out canceled. The airport's a ghost town.
shit.
And driving, forget it. Cops had every on-ramp on the interstates barricaded like they were keeping the apocalypse away.
Wait, this.
And maybe
I guess. Wait, is there just no sort of things in place to, I guess, salt the roads and stuff? I guess that's probably part of it, right? There's no real safety measures because this region just doesn't get hit by snow ever, so it's just not needed. So there's no way they could have prepared for like what to do for this then.
maybe they were.
The drive is really slow. I'm literally driving only 25. There's no point in putting yourself in danger in this weather.
It's true, but then you're relying on other people not putting you in danger as well.
If you're wondering why they shut the interstates around New Orleans down, just take a hard look at southwestern Louisiana. I-10 became Disaster Road. cars spinning out, semis jackknife, and the traffic crawling through the chaos, one busted bumper at a time. But Louisiana is a state that had to borrow snowplows from Arkansas. While the first ever blizzard warning was issued along the Gulf of Mexico, and definitely the first along the newly named Gulf of America, I would say New Orleans did the right thing for once and shutting everything down.
It's like after 1 o'clock. That was our first accident that we've seen this entire storm. And this is, we were seeing snowdrifts on, what is this, airport?
Yeah, airline.
Airline?
Like 2 to 3 feet deep.
It just doesn't make any sense. My eyes see like the Midwest, not New Orleans.
Yeah, it looks
That
like
is
Iowa
mad.
or Kansas.
It was like the world flipped upside down. Left was right, up was down. This is the same city that floods half a dozen times a year, where drivers still think they can outwit rising water. But snow? That was shock and awe, the kind that sent people scurrying home, but couldn't stop them from stepping out wide-eyed to witness the impossible.
God damn, it's
The French
loads.
Quarter buried under a half foot of snow, a sight no living soul had ever seen.
I'm enjoying it because of...
Wait, so it hasn't snowed here at all in like the last like 40 years or so, at like whatsoever, or like just snow like this? Because this is like I mean, I'm just gonna say it's like proper snow. If that makes sense, probably doesn't. But like the snow's laying, it's actually getting like there's a thickness to it, and it's, I guess throughout this video it's gonna get worse and worse as well.
I don't think they ever got a chance to see snow, so I'm grateful that my job let me bring them to work with me. So I think it's nice. I think it's pretty cool.
That's really cool. You're able to bring them out to work with you.
Yeah.
Have you seen snow like this before?
I mean, I'm 60. I had to be about 12.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
The whole rich New Orleans, music and jazz and food, and it snows.
As you know, I'm usually all over the country in the middle of a storm, but I can't cover everything, and that's why I need partners like Ground News. They're the sponsor of this video. This rare
Secure the
storm
bag,
is
baby.
being wide
Get that
as
money.
well. If you subscribe through my link, you're going to save 40% off unlimited access.
Oh, I hope.
I like it a lot. Like a lot.
Now, do you live here in New Orleans?
I live here, yeah. I've seen snow before, but never in New Orleans.
So this is your first time seeing it in New Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see it normally?
I usually see it like in Denver or somewhere up north, like Colorado.
Okay, let's step away from the car. I just want to get out of the traffic.
It's really cool. I mean, we had to come down here. We walked from about 2 miles away, and we kept saying that we felt like, "Ooh, don't knock me over, dog." We felt like we owned New Orleans because there was just nobody but us and police officers. It really is special. I was as excited as he was when I woke up this morning. I was like, let's go! Up in the attic looking for the snow stuff, and you know, we took the dog. He's never seen snow.
How did he react to it?
He's a big ass
He
dog.
tried to eat it, of course, but I think he likes it. I mean, I don't know. He's not a very smart dog. So.
No one alive has ever seen
Wow.
this before. Does that make it a little bit more unique and special to you? Have you thought about that when you're, because it's obviously
This is so mad to see this under snow though, because always, like, whenever I'm seeing this place, it's always like, it just looks humid, hot, like, looks great, and like obviously like a party atmosphere, but it just looks like it's gonna be very hot. And now you're looking at it now, and it just looks like a different world.
Not something like you've seen before.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, as soon as we woke up, I was like, we have to go outside. We have to make this walk and make it to Bourbon. And I told him, I said, when I'm dead, you will think about this. And he said, I will
Maybe that's a normal thing that you say to your son, but
tell this story at your party.
To see this city and the quarter look like this, it's amazing. You know, and if you love snow, and if you love snow, you want something like this. If you're a big fan of snow. I mean, personally, I'm not, but when you're a photographer, it's like your Game 7.
for Game 7. Eight inches at the airport. Holy shit. Yeah, New Orleans definitely suits this sort of look. I'm gonna be honest. It matches the scenery. Oh shit! More snow. Wow, a foot of snow. Bloody hell.
I think just sitting on this car shatters the all-time snowfall record here in New Orleans.
Wow. That is mental. So they're literally witnessing history and experiencing history.
Laissez le montagne rouler.
I mean, clearly I don't speak French, but I know that says let the good times roll. And for people who have never seen snow in their lifetime, that's what today is. They're just letting it roll.
I do wonder how many people will even have the clothing appropriate for this sort of weather. Because again, I don't feel like it really even gets that cold here, even during like winter or whatever. Is there even winter there? I mean, there probably is somewhat, but the seasons are probably a lot more tropical here, aren't they? So I mean, their winters are probably a lot shorter and just not as extreme. So the appropriate clothing might not even be there for some people, especially for this sort of weather. And he's just showing the streets throughout. It is mad, man. Honestly, I mean, this video did like sort of pique my interest more than the other ones, because New Orleans and snow is just not really something you really associate with it, right? But I assume other regions in the US are getting bombarded, and it's obviously regions that maybe are more used to extreme amounts of snow. But then they're also just getting high levels. I don't know if they're going to be getting like record numbers, but I swear the US has been having blizzards for the last few weeks now. It's mad. The contrast of blizzards in one region and then been wildfires in another region. It's just, why couldn't the snow just be in that region for like 30 minutes? I feel like that would just source it all out. God damn it, man. Oh, the world is unfair. But yeah, this is an interesting look into what's happening in New Orleans. If you're from here, let me know what your experience of this is like. And yeah, is this also going to cause like disruptions? Like, will the structures, I don't know, like I always hear like the power grid struggles in certain regions in the US. Like I remember the Texas blizzard or whatever a few years ago where millions of people lost power, and I think that caused quite a few casualties because maybe to do with heating not working and stuff, possibly. Could this cause people to lose power, or is it not going to work like that? I'm not too sure. And also, will it cause like flooding? Because obviously with lots of snow that can lead to flooding, but I don't know how that'll work, especially in New Orleans. Maybe it will just sort of slowly go, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction, and yeah, until next time, I subscribe.